And both backcourts in this one stand cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. A look at the Pistons starting group. Down low, it's going to be Harris and Duren. Cade Cunningham out there with Tim Hardaway. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. Now here's Edwards. Pass to Conley. Here's Gobert. It's blocked. And so the ball out of bounds. Duren touched it last. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Here's Edwards. Solid shot from a distance of about 14 feet. Now here's Cunningham. A great score, averaging almost 26 a game. The Pistons have had quite a few high lottery picks of late, Stan. However, they haven't had much success yet.
Well, Brian, you know, sometimes it takes a lot of time. Some teams will come together quicker. Some players and some teams need more time to develop. Detroit's just got to keep adding to what they have and continuing to develop the players that are already in their system.
A great fan base in Detroit, starving for victories. Now here's Thompson. His last outing, he had 18 points. Duren, the pass to Cunningham. Conley comes with a double team. 5 to shoot. Here's Harris. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, they were really able to keep their intensity high throughout the game. Never really saw them back off.
Yeah, it was an all-around excellent performance and one I'm sure they'd like to replicate tonight.
Now here's Gobert. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Well, given how tall and lengthy Gobert is, it makes sense why he looks to score inside. Nice bucket there.
Here's Hardaway. In the game against Cleveland, very impressive. For 3. Pure from three-point range.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Conley passes to McDaniels. Back to Conley. Randall inside. Hounded by Harris. Randall can't hit. And Harris has got the ball here for the Detroit Pistons. Trailing by 2. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Cade Cunningham has faced his share of challenges in his career, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, the injuries, the discouraging losses, but he's remained steadfast through it all. He's a committed and mentally tough player.
Believes in his game and now wants a team around him that can fulfill that need. The first free throw is good. Stan, the top pick in the 2021 draft, Cade Cunningham. He's made major strides the last couple of years, but what have you seen from him? Well,
he's a big guard who can both score and create shots for his teammates. I think this guy is a winner.
DiVincenzo, he's checked in for McDaniels. Both free throws good from Cunningham. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Just a veteran play by Conley there, giving the D no time to react off the catch.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Now on the court is your fighting squad. Get loud a little bit. It's Team America. Make some noise. Give him a
Just 5 games left on the year. Let's take a look at the current seedings in the West. You look at the Timberwolves. They're clinging on to the final playoff spot in the conference, trying to improve their position if possible.
You know, for Minnesota, this year has been rife with challenges for them. Now, they're just not the same team we're used to seeing.
Yeah, honestly, guys, we expected a lot more from them. They've had a lot of things go wrong this year.
Beasley, that's good.
Cunningham seeing the floor oh so well in his young career.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Outside, DiVincenzo. Randall outside. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Randall's got his second basket of the night.
Letting Randall get inside with the ball was a bad mistake. His finishing ability got him to the bucket.
Pass to Harris. Fires the 3. And Detroit another 3.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Beasley against Edwards. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Detroit. Last time they met in Detroit.
Well, in this last matchup, they captured the win in large part because their backups provided a lot of the scoring punch.
And they came away with the win last time in large part due to their depth. Great game from their bench.
There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Gobert, and stolen by Beasley. Pass to Cunningham. Three-pointer. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. Timberwolves trail by 3. Outside Conley. Outside Edwards. Soft touch off the glass.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Fires away from way outside. And at the end of 1, both teams putting up some points. Detroit on top. They lead by 1. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for Detroit.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
The Timberwolves trail. Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second. Isaiah Stewart out there with Holland. Then it's Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Asar Thompson. And it's Beasley in at the shooting guard position. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
They keep capturing the lead and giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Detroit shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
And he drops it first. That one's no good. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Shot clock at 6. And Coach, how about Nas Reed, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner?
Yeah, Brian, sort of unique. We often associate that award with shooting guards, but although he's a big, Reed is more than capable of putting up big numbers, including from long distance.
And that one falls for Reed.
Well, the biggest thing Nas Reed brings to your team, spacing. Reed can play the 5 and hit threes. There aren't a lot of guys like him.
And Minnesota making a change here. Miller's checked in. And a switch here also for Detroit. Fontecchio's checked in for Thompson. And he makes both free throws.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Beasley with a screen on DiVincenzo. Pass to Stewart. And here's Beasley, covered by Alexander Walker. Beasley misses.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Clark finds DiVincenzo. This one for 3. Sinks the tray. DiVincenzo's got 5 now.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
They set the screen. Schroeder against DiVincenzo. Stewart outside. Here's Holland, guarded by Miller. Holland gets the bucket. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's Alexander Walker. 8 points in his last timeout. And another basket for Minnesota.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for Miller. Edwards, he's checked in for Clark. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. And it's Detroit with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Randall against Stewart, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Stewart outside. Kate Cunningham with the flush.
Well, that's the kind of assertive play you want to see more of from Cunningham.
And Stan, after starting his NBA career playing at center, the 6'8" Isaiah Stewart, more often now a power forward.
Yeah, look, Brian, he's improved as a shooter. He still looks more like an old school big at the 4 spot, but he can step out and stretch the floor.
Now here's Hardaway. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Conley comes with a double team. Cunningham going to work inside.
Yeah, and that's a confidence builder for Cunningham. Good to see him getting it done inside.
Randall outside. Let's go with a 3. And it's Harris with the rebound.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Cunningham confident in his range.
Well, as a defense, you have to expect Cunningham to take those. He's not shy at the arc.
Randall outside. Pass to Edwards from the arc. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Now Hardaway. Duran with a screen on Edwards. Edwards against Hardaway. And Gobert with a block.
So good at finding these rejections. Gobert has all the physical tools and razor-sharp reflexes as a defender.
Pass to Edwards. Back to Gobert. Got it. Good job in the low post. And it's a 6-point Minnesota lead.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
Two on the clock. It doesn't go for him. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We'll be right back.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. It's been a bit of a challenge so far for the Detroit Pistons.
They're getting bullied on the defensive end. Punched in the mouth, kicked in the teeth, but they're still standing. That says something.
Yeah, giving up so many easy buckets. How are they going to still win this game?
All right, and now that we are in the later stages of the season, here's how the standings are looking in the East.
I think for Detroit, they've come up a little short of expectations. The talent is unquestioned, but their focus has been wavered. The consistency just hasn't been there. That said, I sure wouldn't want to meet them in the playoffs, though.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Nice game. Great performance by Kate Cunningham.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker. He's done a great job moving the ball around.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised, but he's been focused on passing the ball. You got to give him credit.
The Timberwolves lead by 6. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Here's Gobert. The rebound by Detroit.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs.
Ooh, Edwards with style and authority.
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Cunningham with the ball. 9 points in the game. Thompson outside. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
Conley passes to Gobert. Now here's Edwards. The triple hits for Edwards.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Pistons trail by 9. And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
It's time to get there. If you see the number on the screen, you know what to do. Show us the move.
Here's a look at some stats for Mike Conley. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Harris. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Don't sleep on the size of Tobias Harris. He's not afraid to bang and bump down there.
Detroit shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
Capable of playing both the 3 and 4 spots, Harris's versatility is his greatest strength.
Good on both.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
And here's Conley. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Randle, the pass to McDaniels. Back to Randle. Puts up a 3. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Yeah, a shot that Randall has added to his repertoire. Shooting the three with confidence now.
Stan, a late first-round pick in 2020. Jaden McDaniels, one of the top young two-way players in the league.
Well, Brian, last season he was rewarded with a big money extension. His play tailed off.
Oh!
Wow! Well, we've seen this movie before. Edwards is rolling, and his energy right now is infectious.
Back to Cunningham. Five on the clock. Puts it up. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Randall outside. Back to Conley. And Cunningham pulls it down. Pistons trail by 10. Pass to Hardaway. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. The three ball. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 4 assists in the game.
You don't have to ask Hardaway twice. If the shot's available, he'll take it.
Takes a step back. Conley passes to McDaniels. Fires the three. Detroit with a rebound.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
With his first shot attempt. No good, a bit long that time. And out of bounds, Detroit will have it. And with the moment here, let's look at the point guards who have been distributing the ball the best since the All-Star break. The fourth spot held by Cade Cunningham.
You know, these are the best playmakers in the NBA, guys. I mean, they're the ones who keep the offense running at full speed.
Yeah, it's a talented group. Great leadership qualities, and you trust these guys to make great decisions.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. DiVincenzo comes in for Conley. Beasley's checked in for Detroit. Schroeder comes in for Cade Cunningham. Randall outside. Pass to McDaniels. Gobert with a screen on Thompson. McDaniels inside, working on Thompson. Randall, pass to McDaniels. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. And the Timberwolves lead by 7. Now Thompson. No made baskets yet. For 3, here's Harris. Connects from downtown.
Always ready to fire. Give Harris a good pass. Tobias will get you an assist.
Randall against Harris. They get it back. Here's Gobert. Strong finish by Rudy Gobert.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Schroeder. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by DiVincenzo. Down low. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Five ticks left in the third quarter. Holland for 3. And so it's Minnesota with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. We'll be back in a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Setting the floor for the Pistons. We've got Holland. Malik Beasley is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Isaiah Stewart, and it's Fontecchio in at the 3. Now here's Schroeder, guarded closely. Pass to Holland, 4 on the clock. Beasley for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Now here's DiVincenzo. Outside Reed. Here's Dillingham, covered by Schroeder. Outside Reed. Out to the right wing. Here's Garza. Rebounded by the Pistons.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
To the right side. Beasley outside. Fontecchio with the ball. Working on Clark. It's kept alive. Pass to Holland. They set the pick to tie it up. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. Minnesota leading by 3. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Garza. Outside Reed. Launches it. Counted from distance.
You don't want to leave Reed any space out there. He's an efficient three-point shooter.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. The Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
J.B. Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Thompson passes to Cunningham. Floats one. Cunningham showing the D, no mercy.
Well, the physicality of the NBA takes some getting used to, but Cunningham is able to make those tough finishes.
Conley passes to Randall. The 3. And Cunningham pulls it down. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Cunningham taking the contact.
Well, in these big moments, Cunningham really wants the ball.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to McDaniels. Randall outside. The 3 is up. Knocks it down from distance.
Oh, a rugged competitor. Randall's teammates trust his ability to make plays in big moments.
1:57 left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Cunningham. Misses, and you know he wants that one back.
After he pulled off that rare crossover, he had nothing left for the finish.
Connolly finds Randall. Outside McDaniels. And it's all from three-point range. Pistons trail by 5. Thompson passes to Cunningham. The shot comes out. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. Minnesota has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Outside McDaniels takes the 3. And Cunningham pulls it down. The Pistons have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Thompson passes to Hardaway. The jump hook. Some solid defense from Edwards. The Timberwolves shooting about 60% for the game. Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk! Well, Edwards is so strong. He'll complete the play unless you wrap him up.
First team foul. At the line for your Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards. Shooting 1.
One shot.
Throw good, Edwards.
And looking at Edwards, the offensive skills he has are impressive. Now he must focus on improving his defense.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now.
Get out of here on the corner of your right squad. Who wants to keep them? Make some noise!
Here's Cunningham. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
Cunningham's teammates and coaches trust in him in a big spot.
Here's McDaniels, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Money. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And you can tell Cunningham is a very determined player, refusing to give up on the situation.
Second team foul. At the line for your Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he ends up making the second. And that increases the lead to 6. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Hardaway finds Thompson. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Baseline jumper. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
And if you're wondering why the score is so high, look to the defense being played. Not good.
Not a lot of resistance. And trying to just outscore other teams, generally not the best recipe for long-term success.
Shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5. And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line, converting on all those free throws helps them build this lead.
Hardaway from outside. He connects! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3.
And showing that composure that comes with experience, Hardaway Jr. was unshaken. Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game.
That should put this game on ice, not leaving any points behind.
Cunningham passes to Hardaway. Off target with the 3. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
NBA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Dan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.